How's it going, guys? We got Wednesday's upload today. If you remember, on Monday's upload, I had it featuring a team that I'd been working on for a while, but I didn't really quite have a feel for it, how it was supposed to work. Yeah, about that, today's upload, I definitely have a feel on it. So, today's game is going to be against someone by the name of Vulpix828, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll go ahead and play that back right now. Okay, so, standard, obviously, if you watched the last upload, in case you did not, this team is designed around making Haxorus and Volcarona able to come in safely and start sweeping. So we got the Rotom Wash, and then I lead off with my Rachi because I really want to get the rocks up. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I know he can Will-O-Wisp, and honestly I really don't mind if this thing's burned. If anything, all I really want to do is spread paralysis around. I don't really plan on paraflinching anything. So, as long as I can get the Rotom paralyzed, that's what I do. I don't know what I do staying in here for like 6 turns, just trying to wish up and get my health back and such. Even though I'm special defensive, I don't take these hits better than, or as good as I thought I would. So he's just going to go for a T-Bolt. Vegas is going to lag out. But eventually it's going to get to the point where I'm at around half health and decide I'm going to get out of there, which is right now. So, I decided to go into my Gastrodon, and this is the main reason I like Gastrodon, because he says fuck you to not one, but both of his stabs. Doesn't mind getting burned. And, you know, the variants that do have HP Fire on them for Ferrothorn, I resist that too. So I resist that thing just to a T. And I even get boosted from one of its stabs. With that boost, I'm going to do quite a nice chunk to Celebi. Not sure what kind of Celebi this is. Looking at the moveset, it's probably going to be an offensive one as I go into to Jirachi to take the Leaf Storm. But he does end up missing. Honestly, I wouldn't have really cared whether or not it hit, because I knew I was going to end up dying to a burn anyway. I'm kind of glad he missed right here, but it probably would have ended up being the same outcome anyway, thanks to burn damage. So, he does get some life or recoil and all that, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wish up right here. I had no idea it was going to take that much damage. I didn't know if he even had Earth Power. I just decided I was going to wish on the switch or wish on the attack. But this works out really good, and you're going to see why. Because this means I get to bring in my my Haxorus, and any way you cut it, any way you want to cut it, I get a free setup. Because if he has T-Wave for some reason on this thing, I have Lumberry, and then I get full health. If he goes for the Leaf Storm like he does now, because Wish's mechanics have changed and then it restores half of Jirachi's HP, not half of my HP, I'm going to be back up to full with +1 in attack and +1 in speed. So, just worked out, you know, beautifully, and I'm just going to go for the Earthquake just to take it out, because, why not? I got Mold Breaker in case Rotom wants to come in, and I don't know. Now here is where I make a vital misplay that turned this sweep into something a little bit closer, but I go for the Rock Slide. Don't really understand why. I have no idea. I guess I was just fucking around and wasn't paying attention. And I go for the Rock Slide on this thing, and it turns out he has Outrage, and I'm like, well, that is wonderful. Next thing you're going to tell me he probably has Moxie. And wouldn't you know it, he's got Moxie, so he's got +1 Outrage and stuff. I'm like, alright, I got this. And I don't know if he's Scarfed yet or not at this point. He could be, you know, just a regular one, because, you know, I outsped with +2. So I figured I'd send in Lucy, who might be able to take a hit. But a crit happens, not sure if that ended up mattering, but now he's at +2, and I'm like, okay, let's try this again. So, here I go into what I should have done in the first place, which was Hitmontop. And I'm actually just gonna, you know, go ahead and get the Intimidate off. This is my physically bulky one. So he does end up hitting himself, which is nice. Don't really think it would have mattered too much because Outrageous and Stab on the guy. And I'm just going to take him out with a close combat. Should have done that on the first turn, but, you know, just the misclick kind of threw me off a little bit. But I'm still not down for the count, trust me on this one. So, someone told me I should swap that out for High Jump Kick. I'm really thinking about it, so it's a consideration. Anyways, Metagross is going to come in. I don't really like the matchup, so I decided if I'm going to do anything, I need to do it now. Possibly get the Flame Body on whatever hit he wants to go for. Maybe he thinks he's slower than me, so he decides to go for the Bullet Punch instead of the Meteor Mash. The Meteor Mash would have hurt considerably more. But he's scared of Volcarona. She's going to switch out. This is going to let me get that setup turn I really want and need in order to get some momentum going. So I get the Quiver Dance right here, and since he's paralyzed, even if he was Scarfed, I would be able to get another Quiver Dance in, so I'd be at, I have a little thing on my thumb. What's going on? I'll worry about it later. But I'm going to get the +2 to my special attack, speed, and special defense. Special attack and speed both mattering, but the special defense with Quiver Dance is very nice because it means I'm going to be able to, next turn I'll be able to take the Hydro Pump better, because he gets a full pair on this turn, which means I'm able to set up, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I stop at +3. Am I getting a phone call, or? I don't know. I'll check in a bit. Anyways, +3. And Hydro Pump happens is not even going to do over, well, I think it does a little over half. Seeing as how it's stabbed, he's probably running a considerable amount of special attack. I don't know. I don't know what kind of Rotom set he's running, but it still does a lot. This thing on my thumb is really bothering me. You know when you get a little stray bit of skin on there? And it's like, fuck. I can't get it off. Anyway, this is a Volcarona sweep, so it doesn't really matter too much at this point. That was his one main resist. And, what's he got? He's got his own Volcarona, but I'm at +3. I have Rock set up. So if he had Rock set up, he would have been able to take me out a lot sooner. But because he doesn't, I'm able to take him out with Fiery Dance from there. Don't think I get the special attack raise. It doesn't matter at this point. He's out of priority. He's out of Scarfers, out of everything. I think the only priority I saw on his team was Bullet Punch anyway, so that's not going to do the trick. Anyway, as you can see, he had a Volcarona and a Haxor, so he's kind of running like something in the same alley as mine, but it was more of a matter of who was going to get set up first and flatten the shit out of the other person. As you can see, I kind of got my ball rolling before he did, and I'm kind of just steamrolling the rest of his team at this point. But that is what this team was designed to do, and I'm really glad I got a match to show its potential somewhat. I mean, I fucked up with Morgan, but I can't come back with Cayenne here. And Fire Dance is going to take out the Metagross, and if I'm not mistaken, that is the last Pokemon, so that is going to be the game. That was a good game. Really showed off what this team is capable of, barring, you know, the crit and the other misplays and such. That's going to do it for today's upload, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bit of a shorter one. Don't really have anything to ramble about, so I'm just going to let you go, and I will see you guys on Friday.